Australia's unemployment numbers for the month of October have just been released by the Bureau of Stats. Let's bring in our business reporter, Ed Boyd. What's it come in at, Ed?
It's come in at 4.3%, Kieran, so a bit lower than what the market was expecting. The unemployment rate was meant to fall today from 4.5% down to 4.4%, but instead jobs creation has been a bit more than expected by economists in the market. An unemployment rate during October is now back at 4.3%, which the ABS says is in line with, as you can see on the screen here, the figures for June, July and August of 2025. Just looking through their media release, they say this month more unemployed people moved into employment compared to a typical October. The unemployment rate dropped to 4.3%. Full-time employment rose by 55,000 jobs. The number of females in full-time employment rose by 29,000, while the number of males rose by 26,000. Rising full-time employment contrasted with a fall in part-time employment of 13,000 people. The fall in part-time employment was driven by the female workforce, female part-time employment falling by 21,000. You can see the key statistics here. So unemployment rate back down from 4.5% in September to 4.3%. The total number of jobs added during the month, 42,200. The underemployment rate fell as well to 5.7%, and the participation rate, which is basically the percentage of people either in work or actively looking for work, remains stable at 67%. Monthly hours worked up to almost 2 billion hours per month. So basically the figures today confirm that Australia's job market is still pretty tight, probably tighter than what various market economists were expecting. They were expecting 4.4%, Kieran, today. Instead, it's come in lower than anticipated at 4.3%.
Yes, and Ed, as we know, the Reserve Bank watches these numbers closely. How will they interpret the figures?
Well, they'll get these figures, and then on the 26th of November, we'll get the monthly inflation numbers as well, which are going to be an accurate reading for inflation. And that's the final piece of the puzzle, or the main data they'll need for next month's final board meeting of the year. Obviously, a low unemployment rate is one of the things the Reserve, it's in there. Basically, they need to keep Australia's economy in a good position with a low unemployment rate. We're clearly seeing that. Here's the odds of a rate cut before the stats came out. There was a 15% chance that interest rates would fall next month. Now that unemployment has come in lower than anticipated, it's going to take pressure off the Reserve Bank with cutting rates. You can see there's now only an 11% chance of interest rates falling next month. So we should be able to see the stock market reaction as well. So the ASX 200 was basically flat before the figures come out. Now it's down by 0.6%. So clearly the market is now expecting interest rate cuts are going to be pushed back further following today's figures, and inversely, the Aussie dollar is getting back up towards 66 US cents, which is where it was when the surprising inflation numbers came out a couple of weeks ago. So from the RBA's perspective, the unemployment rate might be a little bit low at the moment. It might need to loosen up a little bit more and get closer to that 4.5% figure that we were at the previous month for them to be comfortable, Kieran, with cutting interest rates again for our economy.